The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The rollout of vaccines for 5 to 11 age group will proceed on Monday, despite a court petition against the immunization drive. To know more about this, we have Faith Del Mundo. She's reporting to us live from Quezon City. Faith, good afternoon. Can you tell us the latest on this?
Yes, Risa, local governments and vaccination sites for the pediatric vaccination are all set for its pilot run on February 7th. The inoculation will push through despite a court petition stating that its rollout is unconstitutional and experimental. In Laginganda briefing, Dr. Kesa Rosario of the National Vaccination Operations Center said there are 38 vaccination sites in NCR. They are also set to open more sites in Region 4A and Cotabato City. Rosario added that 500,000 children are expected to be vaccinated. Around 1.5 million total vaccines are allocated for the 5 to 11 age group. Recall that the rollout was initially scheduled yesterday but pushed back due to the delayed delivery of the jobs. Since the jobs for children have a different formulation, vaccinators are currently retraining. Rosario clarified, however, that it is safe and suited for their age group. As for the registration, she said that it is not mandatory for each local government and that it depends on the capacity of the LGUs to cater those who want to get their kids inoculated. Risa Rosario is encouraging parents to get their children vaccinated, and she also wants to remind them to listen to credible sources. Riza?
Thank you for that update. That's Faith Del Mundo reporting from Quezon City. Now, some 780,000 doses of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for children aged 5 to 11 arrived in the country on Friday night. The Pfizer shots were supposed to be delivered on Thursday night, but was pushed back due to logistical issues. Now, because of this, the start of the vaccination of 5 to 11 years old in NCR and Calabarzon was also moved from Friday to Monday, February 7. Around 167,000 children in NCR have already been registered for the vaccination.
This will make such a difference in the lives of all families in the Philippines. It will allow children to eventually get back to face-to-face learning, allow them to play with their friends, and do important socializing.
Gusto ko pong siguraduhin ang ating mga magulang na ang mga bakuna pong ito ay ligtas at masusing pinag-aralan ng mga pinakamahusay na scientifico sa buong mundo. Nananawagan kami sa mga magulang na iparehistro niyo na po ang inyong mga anak para sila ay mabigyan ng proteksyon laban sa COVID-19.
The director of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has signed off on the U.S. FDA's full approval of Moderna vaccines for adults. The vaccine becomes the second fully approved COVID-19 shot in the United States. This has been in use under the FDA's emergency use authorization since December 2020. Recently, a CDC panel voted unanimously to recommend the vaccine use after the FDA granted full approval of the shot last Monday. The vaccine will now be sold under the brand name Spikevax. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. 5 presidential bets face off on Friday in a televised forum organized by the Kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us a front seat to the story.
It was the first presidential forum of the 2022 elections with 5 of the top candidates facing off for the first time. The Panata sa Bayan Presidential Forum organized by the Kapisanan ng mga broadcasters ng Pilipinas drew out questions on corruption once more.
Senator Pacquiao, matagal na po ang hatol ng Korte Suprema. Ang mag-asawa pong Ferdinand Marcos at Imelda Marcos ay hindi lang magnanakaw kundi mandarambong. Ano po ang maaari niyong gawin na mabawi ang nakaw na yaman ng mga Marcos?
Palakasin po natin yung PCJJ at kailangan ang para sa gobyerno.
Senator Ping Lacson reiterated his promise to stamp out corruption in government.
Sa loob ng unang 100 araw, sisimulan ko ang internal cleansing laban sa mga inept, corrupt, at undisciplined government officials.
He was also confronted about an old issue when he went into hiding for more than a year, following the Dasser Corbito murder case in 2010.
Sinasabi sa jurisprudence, maski hindi ka magpasailalim sa sa physical custody, pwede pa rin umandar diyan kung wala akong binayolate.
Meanwhile, Labor leader Calleode de Guzman pushed for his 20% wealth tax on the 500 richest families in the country.
Pero kung hindi papasa ng Congress, ang gagawin natin, gagamitin natin yung People's Initiative na pamamaraan para maaprubahan yung batas na yan.
Vice President Leni Robredo was hounded by a bad internet connection. She later apologized, saying she had only borrowed the office at NAIA since she was flying out afterwards. One of the toughest questions to her was over whether her proposal to keep investigating the pork barrel scam will include her allies.
Kasama, hindi kasama, kalaban, kakampi, wala tayong kikilingan. Kasi oras na may kinilingan tayo, magiging failure na lahat.
Among Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno and Senator Manny Pacquiao's top priorities were increasing the budget for housing and education.
We will build 17 world-class regional hospitals.
Talagang libre hanggang pong makatapos kahit anong kurso.
Meanwhile, former Senator Bongbong Marcos skipped the forum, citing a conflict in schedule. He was later found to have sat down in an interview with Corina Sanchez, which his team scheduled. At the end of it, the candidates signed an oath to keep the elections fair and clean. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder and pastor Apollo Quiboloy, as well as 2 other church members, are now wanted by the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI said Quiboloy is wanted for conspiracy to engage in sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, and sex trafficking of children. The Justice Department says it has yet to receive any request to extradite Quiboloy. Now, the Philippines is set to import 200,000 metric tons of sugar to stabilize domestic prices that have shot up recently. Now, the Sugar Regulatory Administration said 100,000 metric tons of which will be standard grade, while the other half will be bottle grade refined sugar. And pole vaulter E.J. Obiena started off his 2022 campaign with a 4th place finish at the ISTAF indoor meet in Berlin, Germany. Coming off a knee surgery, Obiena failed to clear 5.81 meters to finish behind Sweden's Armand Duplantis, USA's Casey Lightfoot, and Germany's Olgiser Nickel. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.